Yes, yes, yes. It's about time. This guy is the main event of WrestleMania 30. Well, at least I hope he's the main event. So, so many things have been going on in WWE, and I'll tell you what, they've been, some of them great, some of them not so great. So, we need to talk about that. Hey, this is Rick from rickswrestlingblog.com. Hey, welcome to my video, and it's been a few weeks since I've done any kind of recording, and that's kind of been on purpose because I've been really wanting to see what the WWE is going to do with WrestleMania 30 because, I'm a huge wrestling fan here, and WrestleMania 30 is always your main event, your Super Bowl, the best pay-per-view of the year, every year. And the only other one that comes close to it is SummerSlam. But WrestleMania is your top event, okay? So here's the thing. They've taken so long to really build this up, so long to really finally do this Daniel Bryan versus Triple H, but which is a great match. But the real key is that Daniel Bryan will be able to get into the main event against Batista and Randy Orton to go for the world title. Of course, that's if he wins. Now, WrestleMania almost always ends on a good note. So here's the thing. If Daniel Bryan's in that match versus Batista and Randy Orton, I expect that one to be the main event with Daniel Bryan walking away with the title. But here's the catch. It's very possible that the last match of the night may be The Undertaker versus Brock Lesnar. Undertaker's matches always seem to be the top-notch match, one of the main events. It may be the final match of the night. So if that's the final match of the night, then I'm not so sure that Daniel Bryan would walk away from WrestleMania as the champion. But I'm hoping that all is good, that it's Triple H and Daniel Bryan in the beginning of the pay-per-view, that somehow Daniel Bryan wins, whether it be by pinfall, disqualification, whatever. Count out. But Daniel Bryan goes to that main event. Then at that main event, hopefully it's the last match of the night, and I would expect only Daniel Bryan to walk away with the championship. Okay? I'll be concerned though if I see that it's not the last match of the night, because then I'd have a feeling that he may not walk away with that championship. But hey, it's about time that WWE did what we as the fans have wanted for quite a while already. So I don't see where there's no real science here. Okay, you can see that Daniel Bryan's the top guy in WWE right now, and has been for a little while. So, hey, Daniel Bryan, I expect you to win the world title at the end of WrestleMania. Have your WrestleMania moment, and have a big one. Alright, hey, the pay-per-view, we need to talk about it, because I gotta tell you, it's honestly, in my opinion, outside of the Daniel Bryan, if you take those out, and you take out The Undertaker versus Brock Lesnar, which is another great match, I actually believe that WrestleMania 30 is turning out to be one of the worst pay-per-views. Not worst in comparison to other pay-per-views, but comparison to previous WrestleMania years. Last year was awesome. The year before that was awesome. I mean, we've had great WrestleManias. But what do we have to look forward to at this WrestleMania? It's great now, the Daniel Bryan, Triple H, and then the three-way triple threat world title match, which, again, whether it be Triple H, whether it be Daniel Bryan, great match. But let's talk about the lineup, okay? Because something's really odd here. Undertaker and Brock Lesnar, although going to be a great match, it seems somewhat predictable. I don't expect Brock Lesnar to beat the streak. Do you? And if you do, put your comment down below, because I'd be interested to read that. To be interested to read why. There's nothing that points to why would one part-timer lose this enormous streak to another part-timer. It just doesn't really make sense. Back on January 12th, and I had to look this up a little bit. Back in January 12th, I did a video blog, put it on my website, put it on YouTube, and I put down, at the time, WrestleMania, it could possibly be the greatest pay-per-view ever. And I wrote down these matches that I would like to see for WrestleMania, okay? So in that video and on my website, I put down Randy Orton versus Batista, okay? Now, Mind you, this was before the Royal Rumble whole shenanigans thing, okay? But Orton versus Batista, Big E versus Mark Henry. Again, remember, these are my picks. Big E defending his Intercontinental title against Mark Henry. Dean Ambrose defending his U.S. title against Roman Reigns. AJ versus Tamina for the Divas title. The Brotherhood. Cody Rhodes, Goldust versus Rey Mysterio and The Big Show. Because that was looking to be a great match, you know. Forget that. Anyway, another one. Cesaro versus Rollins. Technicians here. And also Sami Zayn. Another great wrestler. I mean, this would have been a phenomenal triple threat type match. But this one would have really stolen the show. I truly believe that. Undertaker versus Daniel Bryan. Daniel Bryan to beat the streak. Alright? Because he is the future of WWE. Alright. Lesnar versus The Rock. I knew it was a long shot for The Rock to come back. But I thought it would be cool to see Brock Lesnar versus The Rock. CM Punk, before he disappeared on us. CM Punk versus Triple H, which I believe was the original plan anyway. But I thought that would be a great match. And then eventually leading to Punk probably towards SummerSlam to go against the title and maybe against Daniel Bryan. The Wyatt family versus John Cena, Sheamus, and Jericho. I was hoping Jericho would make a return, and obviously he didn't. But I thought that would be a great six-man. And for the pre-show, the Usos versus Xavier Woods and R-Truth, okay? So those were my predictions back at January 12th, or matches that I would have liked to see, okay? I don't think any of them, besides the Orton and Batista match, is coming true. So anyway, let's forget that, because we need to talk about the rest of these matches, because I also have what I would say would be a better pay-per-view for WrestleMania 30th, and I'll give you that in just a couple minutes, but let's just review these really quick here. John Cena versus Bray Wyatt. Honestly, no need for this match. Why is John Cena acting scared? He's supposed to be the good old boy, the great American. He's strong. He's the leader, the C Nation, and he's acting like he's scared. I hate when he acts like that in the ring. To me, it's stupid. It's just stupid. Stop acting like that. I like John Cena. He doesn't need to be that way. He's got to just be a stand-up, kind of guy. But no, instead he's looking over his back. He's being all scared. He's getting all nervous. Oh my God, the Wyatts are gonna get him. That's John. I hate it when you do that. You know what? And when you do that, I feel like booing. I don't boo you, but I feel like booing when I see that. So anyway, that's aggravating to me. Anyway, this match is only good for Bray Wyatt. Cena gets nothing out of this match, and I've said this before. Alright, let's just move on. Alright, the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. Not that it's a bad idea to have a Battle Royal in honor of Andre the Giant. But honestly, in my opinion, this is just a way that the WWE is trying to get more and more of their superstars involved in WrestleMania so that they can all say that they had a WrestleMania moment. That they had an opportunity at WrestleMania. That they're on the pay-per-view of the year. So you get to put 30 men into this ring all at one time so that they can battle for a stinking statue. Alright. Hey, I think the statue is actually kind of cool. It'll be cool when somebody wins it. But man, WWE, you stuck people in here like Sheamus, Del Rio, Dolph Ziggler, The Miz, Big Show. There's so many big names that you guys couldn't come up with matches, couldn't come up with feuds, couldn't come up with something else to get these guys. I mean, the Battle Royal is cool if you're going to put other people in there that are maybe lower card that weren't going to do much at the pay-per-view anyway. I mean, go ahead and throw in your Fandango in there. Go in your Justin Gabriels and your, Ryback and, all these guys who really don't have anything. We're not doing anything with them. They're really just jobbing to everybody. Fine, throw them in the Battle Royal. But why are we throwing superstars like Sheamus and Del Rio in there? Not that I want to see Sheamus and Del Rio take each other on. But we could have set up other feuds. This is just wrong, okay? It's a waste of talent. It's a waste of some of the best stars you have in the WWE. Now, another match I'm upset about. The Shield versus Kane and the Outlaws. Why the Outlaws? Kane, who's on the verge of retirement. Kane, who hasn't really won a match recently. The Outlaws, who are 50 years old. I don't think they're that old. They might be in the 40s. But they're past their prime. And you're going to put Kane and the Outlaws to team together versus the Shield? The powerful, dominant Shield? It just doesn't make sense. Now, obviously, the WWE can use this opportunity to split up the Shield, have them go their own separate ways. Kind of looks like they'll all be faces, but at the end of the day, these guys, Kane and the Outlaws, they can't beat them. It would have been cool, though, and I did read this on the Bleacher Report the other day, that if they would have brought up the Ascension to team up with Kane, that actually would have been kind of cool and intriguing. Because I can't see a new team being brought up and coming into their first match into a WrestleMania, which is huge. That would have been really, really huge, and obviously not something WWE really would consider, I guess. But still, you take these two, put them with Kane, you'd have them battle it out. I still say that the Shield would win it, but then again, you've got a new team and you don't want them to look bad, so maybe you give them the victory. Hey, I don't know. Anyway, I'm very disappointed in this match. I mean, you could have put the Shield against so many other people, and we're going to get to that, okay? I've got other matches in mind that I thought of, but we'll talk about that in just a minute here. Okay, the Vicky Guerrero Divas Invitational Challenge. What a waste. You stuck, what is it, 11? Or 14? 14. All 14 women. 14 divas in one match for the title. First of all, I would love to see AJ just beat them all and retain the title. I don't think that's going to happen. I actually think that Tamina may actually get her shot at winning this championship this time around. But why? I mean, 14 women, it's just so that they can all have their WrestleMania moment again? Just like the Andre the Giant Battle Royal? Okay, so you got yourself 44 people now that you get to give a WrestleMania moment to. It's ridiculous. Alright, the Usos, tag team champions. Awesome. But who are they going against? I would have loved to see them against the Brotherhood again. Oh, by the way, the Brotherhood is in that 30-man Battle Royal. Come on. But you put the Usos versus Ryback. When's the last time they even won a match? Okay, Usos versus Ryback, the Real Americans, and Los Matadores. Why? Stick the Matadores inside of the Battle Royal, take the Brotherhood, and put them in this match. You will have a phenomenal match. But oh no. Somebody in their great wisdom up there in creative said, no, the Matadores belong there. So does Ryback, even though they haven't won a match in how long? Oh no. Seriously, does anybody really expect the Usos to lose the title to anybody here? Any of these guys? This to me was another wasted match. You got 8 men in this match, okay? I think they've found a way to put the entire roster in WrestleMania. And in doing so, I actually think they've made WrestleMania weak. Very weak. Alright, let's talk about some of the matches that I think, well, in my mind, I think would have done much better at the pay-per-view, okay? First of all, I would have had this pay-per-view going in there with Daniel Bryan as the champion already. He would have won it back in, actually, I would have had him won it last year. Okay, so, whatever, all this, stupid stuff with the Royal Rumble and him being stripped of the title and winning, whatever. But I would have had him going into WrestleMania as the champion. I would have had him defend the title against Batista. Why not? Batista's your new guy that just came back, okay? He just came back after, 4 years, alright? He's really being boosted up there. I don't like the guy. I don't really care. The good thing is that if he would have come in just straight up as a bad guy, and he would have just won the Royal Rumble, Daniel Bryan already champion, it would have been a pretty good build-up to have this big bad guy go against, Daniel Bryan in the main event. That would have been good because, one, Batista just came back, so it's not likely he's going to lose right away. They may give him a title run. So this would have been a pretty good build-up to be Daniel Bryan versus Batista. Hey, I just think that would have been a great match. So, hey, let's move on from there. The Undertaker. I would have loved to see him take on John Cena. Why John Cena? Because John Cena really, truly still is the face of the WWE. John Cena's done a lot, been with the company for 12 years, and he still has a lot of years in him to wrestle. I would consider this more of a passing of the torch. Him to beat The Undertaker, beat the streak, and be the only man that has ever done it. And I think that that would have been a much better match. I think that would have been a match that would have been hard to call. I think it would have been, for Daniel Bryan's match, I would expect Daniel Bryan to beat Batista. However, that could have been hard to call, knowing that Batista's new back up here with us in WWE. So there was a good chance he could get the title reign, and then Daniel Bryan would have to go after him again, okay, to regain that title. But Undertaker versus Cena, I think, would have been somewhat unpredictable. I would have predicted Cena to break the streak. But will they have allowed that? I mean, I don't know. All right, Brock Lesnar. You could have gone different ways with Brock Lesnar. Look, I would have turned Orton heel because he's lousy as a bad guy. He's a lousy heel. But he's actually pretty cool as a face. I would have made it Orton versus Brock Lesnar. That would have been a pretty good match. Well, and if not that, how about Sheamus versus Brock Lesnar? There's power versus power. That's pretty good. How about Roman Reigns? They want him to break out, right? They really want to give him a jump start in his career, right? That would be pretty cool to have a Brock Lesnar, Roman Reigns type of match. Roman Reigns does not have to win that match to really get over. Okay, he just needs to do what he's been doing. Okay, Brock Lesnar can win that match, come out on top, but Roman Reigns, he would have come out on top. He would have just come out on top. Okay, so all good ideas. Another idea though is really putting the Shield and the Wyatts back together as another 3-on-3, because these guys have had some great battles, and you know what? In my opinion, they haven't had enough great battles. So I think that their battle would have been fabulous for them. All right. The Brotherhood versus the Usos for the title. Now, Usos champions, the Rhodes Brothers former champions, let them go together, let them get together and put on a show, because these guys can all wrestle and put on a nice show. I think that would have been a great match. Cesaro versus Rollins. I think these guys would really put on a show. I mean, two technically gifted wrestlers that can put on. I mean, did you see Rollins the other day teaming up with Ambrose and against the Real Americans? I mean, you saw what Rollins was doing. I mean, and we've seen what Cesaro can do. These two guys against each other, honestly, match of the night. Match of the night. All right, and just to throw a Divas match in there, I would have had AJ versus Tamina, because I think that Tamina's due for the championship anyway. And I just don't think that there's any other diva that's really worth going for that title right now. They started bringing up Emma, but they haven't really done anything with her at all yet. So, except for some stupid little dancing and... Anyway, whatever. Okay, that's just me. Hey, anyway, this WrestleMania, it's not that it's looking bad. I just think it's looking weaker than most. And I just feel that in a way WWE is throwing in, just trying to give all these superstars a chance to appear at WrestleMania and give them that WrestleMania moment, which is cool for them, but for us as the fans, we're not getting good quality matches. You know, I mean, come on, 30 people, 14 women, 8 guys, and it's too many things going on here that are not. I think it's going to be an unproductive pay-per-view. Hey, WrestleMania, 4 hours long. They're saying that the pre-show is going to be 2 hours long. It's going to be a WrestleMania day, and I'm excited about that, and I'm excited about it every time. So I'm really hoping I'm wrong. I'm really hoping that I have a great time watching this WrestleMania. So we'll see what happens there. So anyway, that, I believe, is all I have for you today. All right, so listen, rickswrestlingblog.com. Hey, like us on Facebook and subscribe to us on YouTube and visit our website. All right, thanks a lot for watching. Take care. Bye.